FPS games aren't easy to play, that's for sure. This applies even more so for competitive FPS games. The biggest reason for this is that there are so many different factors you have to consider before making even a single move. Because of this, it's crucial to have good game sense, which is even more important if you're playing a game like Valorant that has all sorts of different agents and abilities. Now, there are several things you need to improve upon if you want to improve your overall Valorant game sense. These things include giving importance to map awareness and positioning, learning how to gather information, improving your adaptability skills, and finally anticipating enemy attacks. It also helps a lot to take some time to evaluate your gameplay and matches. If you feel as though your Valorant game sense has been lacking and you want to improve it, then you're at the perfect place. Giving importance to map awareness and positioning. Valorant's maps are meticulously designed battlegrounds, each with its own distinct layout, choke points, and control points. By knowing the maps inside and out, you're equipped to predict enemy movement and plan your own strategies. This mastery enables you to anticipate potential ambushes, sneakier routes, and ideal vantage points. As a player, your position on the map determines your visibility, cover options, and engagement potential. Just like a chess piece's position influences its potential moves, your in-game positioning shapes your options and opportunities. Effective positioning is about finding the balance between offensive and defensive capabilities. It's about understanding sight lines and angles. It's also about knowing where to stand to gain the upper hand in a firefight while minimizing your exposure to threats. Additionally, properly positioning yourself around corners or structures allows you to surprise enemies while minimizing their ability to return fire. Learning proper information gathering. Now, naturally, having access to accurate and timely information is akin to holding a tactical advantage. Successful players master the art of information gathering, using every available tool to stay one step ahead of their opponents. Perhaps the easiest tool to help you gather information is the minimap. The minimap is a treasure trove of insights waiting to be explored. As you traverse the map, regularly glance at the minimap to track your teammates' positions and movements. A sudden disappearance of a teammate's icon could hint at an enemy ambush or a potential rotation. Similarly, a sudden cluster of enemy icons might indicate a push or an impending engagement. The minimap can also reveal the aftermath of ability usage. Keep an eye out for ability icons on the minimap, indicating the use of powerful ultimates or disruptive abilities. This information can guide your positioning and timing, allowing you to exploit openings created by these abilities or avoid their impact. Aside from the minimap, the other tools you can use to gather information for an ongoing match include communicating with your teammates, using audio and visual cues, using your general game sense to predict the actions of enemies, adapting to the unpredictable. Adaptability and swift decision-making are like the keystone of a well-constructed arch. Your ability to adapt your strategies on the fly and make critical decisions in the heat of the moment can often be the deciding factor between victory and defeat. Being able to quickly recognize the pattern, adjust your approach, and communicate the change to your team can disrupt the enemy's expectations and provide you with a tactical advantage. However, adaptation doesn't solely revolve around reacting to the enemy's moves. It also involves assessing the state of the game. Factors like your team's economy, the round count, and the enemy's behavior should all influence your decisions. For example, if your team is facing a tough economic situation, it might be wise to play more conservatively and save resources for the next round. Decision-making within the context of adaptability is about weighing risks and rewards. It's about understanding that not all situations call for the same response. It's a balance between gathering information, analyzing the options, and choosing the course of action that best aligns with your team's overall strategy. Strong game sense enables you to make these decisions with confidence, even when the pressure is on. Anticipating and predicting enemy actions. In the quick-paced world of Riot's Valorant, the ability to anticipate your opponent's actions can mean the difference between victory and defeat. Developing a keen eye for recognizing opponent playstyles is a cornerstone of mastering game sense. Some enemies may favor a relentless aggressive approach, constantly pushing and engaging, while others may prefer a more cautious and defensive stance. You also have to try and take note of when and how teams move between bomb sites or positions. A player with sharp game sense can predict these rotations by considering various factors such as the number of enemies left alive, the economy, and previous rounds' outcomes. An integral aspect of game sense is the ability to adapt to unforeseen circumstances. As you observe the match's progression, continually reassess your assumptions and predictions. If an opponent unexpectedly changes their playstyle or employs a new strategy, be ready to adjust your own tactics on the fly. Finally, remember when we said how Valorant might be a more difficult game than traditional FPS games? This is because, unlike those games, Valorant has a vast cast of agents with different abilities. A skilled player with a high game sense not only recognizes these abilities but also predicts when and how they might be used. Listen closely for the distinctive audio cues of an incoming ability and watch for visual effects that herald its activation. Remember to analyze and learn from your mistakes. Improving your game sense in Valorant is an ongoing journey that requires a combination of active practice and thoughtful reflection. One of the most effective ways to enhance your game sense is by thoroughly analyzing your gameplay after each match. This process of self-evaluation allows you to identify areas where your decision-making could have been sharper and where your positioning could have been more advantageous. As you review your gameplay, pay close attention to pivotal moments. These could be instances where a well-timed rotation could have turned the tide of the round or situations where you were caught off guard by an opponent's unexpected play. Examine your positioning during engagements. Were you exposed to multiple angles, or did you have proper cover? Analyzing these moments will help you recognize patterns in your gameplay, both positive and negative. However, the learning process doesn't end with self-analysis. To gain a broader perspective and learn from different playstyles, consider having a professional player give you some pointers. We are, of course, talking about using Aloking's services to hire a professional-level Valorant coach. After all, who better to help you become a pro than someone who's already a pro? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on the latest news and updates. Drop a comment below sharing your favorite gaming setup tips or what you'd like to see next on the channel. Let's build a gaming community together.